Whenever you see this right here, it's time for a conversation. Come on. Let's talk some movies real quick, right? Not just any movies. We're gonna talk movies from 1999. I mean, you got people like Tay Diggs starring in two of them. And you got Omar Epps starring in two of them as well. They even starred in one together, so it's just like. But the whole post was, shout out to Big Baby Darren Brand, you know, for Wildin' Out. He posted it originally, and so I comment on it, and the post went kind of went viral a little bit. My comment simply said what I still feel to this. Because if you've seen the original post, he ran through the whole post, and he didn't do it how the post said. He picked one from each of the years. I was rocking with a lot of his picks, and when we got to 1999, I said the same thing he said, The Wood. But then as I said that, I instantly caught myself, and I said, damn, Life was by far the better movie. Out of all of those movies, In Too Deep, Life, The Wood, The Best Man. The Wood was the most relatable. The most relatable. New kid in school, you go here, you meet some friends, get into some shit, prom, school dance, crush on a girl. Like, that was the most relatable one, of course. Life was a comedy movie, and it was, you know, based in prison. But look who is starring in the Life movie. Oh, I mean, just the main cast alone. Just the top three. Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. That was by far the better movie. It was a comic with a real twist to it, because the storyline was real. Like, if you go actually look up the movie Life, that was based upon a true story. And, you know, shit like that still happening in our society today. People sitting in jail for shit that they didn't do, wrongfully accused, no family, may not have the resources to fight the situation, may just be forgotten about, you know, so just thrown in jail and just wrongfully accused of some shit that they had nothing to do with at all. You get what I'm saying? Mistaken identity. Oh, you fit the description. A lot of us being black, we understand that when we don't have nothing to do with what's going on, they will try to use the you fit the description card. But In Too Deep was cool. LL Cool J, Omar Epps. A little cop film in the hood. I wasn't really a fan of In Too Deep. Of course, I seen it. You got The Best Man. The Best Man was that was well put together. Athlete, get married. You know, his boy's a writer. You know, he writes a book. And in the book, he details and talk about all his friends and talks about them, but he don't say it's them. You know, shit go left when he finds out that in the book that his best man smashed it, you know, his bride to be, never told him about it. She never said nothing about it. You know, shit go left. They fight, they make up, they still boys, still love there, you know. One of them old drama, you know, it's like a novelty. It's like a real, so you could, even if you read it, it was a good book. You know what I'm saying? So that was an overall good movie. Off rip, I'm gonna just sit here and tell y'all, In Too Deep was the weakest movie out of those four. Out of Life, The Wood, The Best Man, In Too Deep. In Too Deep was the weakest movie out of those four, and it's still a classic. It's still a classic. You ain't no Cop J. Reed. Everybody, you know, that's a classic line. Everybody, you know, so for me, I'm gonna go, all right, if we do spin it and play a little game, you only could take two. You only can pick two. And it's automatically gonna be The Wood in life. For me, even at that time, I was going through school, so the wood was more relatable. When I was going to prom and I'm sitting on the phone kicking it with Shorty and I'm making these bets with my boys at the skating rink or who gonna get the most numbers and all type of crazy shit, you feel me? Life was just all out funny. All out funny. They took a real situation that's still relevant to this day in our community, where injustice happens, mistaken identity happens, people that's wrongfully accused sitting in jail for things that they can't control, and they took that and they turned it into a comedy. It had drama in there, it had realness in there, but it had more laughter. It had more comedy in there. You gonna eat your cornbread and the boom boom room, and I'm gonna just bust up in the motherfucker and go to the upper room, all that shit, man. It was just it's more quotable in the movie Life than a lot of movies that's been made ever. Besides comparing it to movies like Friday, Next Friday, because those are, once again, those are more relatable movies. What goes on in the neighborhood and the black community on a Friday, and what goes on next Friday when you go to your cousin's house in the burbs and you from the hood and he trying to keep up with you and causing a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? So Life, one of the most quotable movies of all time. Legendary. Damn near the entire cast is legendary. Damn near the entire cast of the movie Life is legendary. Even Bokeem Woodbine, he didn't even say nothing in the movie. But if I had to narrow it down out of those two, Life always gonna be the greater movie. The Wood will always probably be the most relatable movie that we, my age group, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we went through that. The house phone, laying up there kicking it with Shorty, and you saying little, you know, try and run game and smacking chicks on their butt, running from them, playing, you know, little crazy shit. You know, it was a lot of shit that we did. And that movie, The Wood, captured most of it. And if you really want to be technical, I'm gonna go with Life being the most funniest movie, top 5 funniest movies of all time as well. But I'm gonna go with The Wood being one of the most relatable movies. And it's not no drama. It's not no bullshit going on. Ain't no. It's some negative shit in there. You know. It's the most relatable one. Which two you going with? Like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified. Let's take this ride, man.